Estás a punto de ser expuesto a recibir alto contenido de ruido. Los efectos secundarios son responsabilidad de quien lo escucha. Efecto ruido blanco.
Ruidosos y ruidosas, bienvenidos a esta entrevista exclusiva y muy especial que me tiene increíblemente contento. Estoy ni más ni menos que con Lauri de Rasmus. Lauri, how are you?
Good, good. I'm happy to be back in Finland, in Helsinki.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know you've been living in Hawaii for a while, right?
That's right. I lived there for the last 2 years.
And how's the big climate change in terms of going from a sunny beach to the frozen Finland cities?
I love it. It's the best thing. I love to have possibility to have both in my life, you know. Like I always think I have inside me, I have the dark side and I have the bright side. And I really need both. If I'm too happy, if I'm too bright, too much in the sun, I actually get really sad. So I need to get sad to get happy.
Yeah, I completely feel you. But tell us a little bit about how are you managing this situation. I know we are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, but it's been a struggling year, not only for you guys, but for all the entertainment and for the entire world, actually. But how did you guys manage this whole pandemic thing? Because I know that your last show was actually in Mexico City, right?
Right. Yeah, that was we were supposed to end the tour in Mexico City, and we were able to play the last show. So we were lucky. A lot of people had to cancel their tours and stuff.
Yeah.
But we were lucky we could play the last show, and then we were anyway gonna go to studio last spring. So the timing was okay for us, But when the world closed up, it was really tough because we couldn't see each other. I was stuck in Hawaii. Eero, the bass player, he's in Australia, and guitarist and drummer in Finland. The producer was in England, so like we're all over the world.
And your record label is in Sweden, right?
Right, exactly.
So you're all over the place.
Yeah, so we were like thinking, how the hell are we gonna do this now, Because we had all these studios booked and everything was looking great, and all of a sudden it's like everything is canceled. And so I got really sad and pissed off about it, of course, but then I thought like, okay, it could be worse for me, like a lot of people are in a much worse place than I am. So I was like,
sure.
I can't complain, I just have to get my shit together and we got to do this. And then we started to work online and like remotely. So I would record my own vocals in Hawaii, and Pauli would do his guitars here, and Eero was recording bass in Australia. And we could just send files and try to create some music. And it was really hard at the beginning, but it was also kind of fun, a new way to do something.
So even if you are all based in these different places and so far away from each other, is this the first time you've actually had to work like from distance?
Yes. Yeah, because I believe in that interaction with people and that being in the same room and hanging out and spending time together, and then maybe make some music,
Yeah.
But it's the most important thing, like just to have fun and good times with your friends, and then some good ideas might come, So I was really devastated at first, but then since we have such a long history and we've been friends and we're still the best friends, after 25 years. So it can hold a situation like that. So we could do this, It wasn't the most fun way doing it. Actually, it was sometimes a little bit sad, and I felt really like isolated and lonely. But then as an artist, I would actually use that for my benefit and like, okay, let's get creative, This could be the theme for the album, and let's work on this idea and let's work on these feelings and all that stuff. So it was inspiring too,
And at the end of the day, I mean, the Rasmus music has always been melancholic and kind of sad and deep and introspective. So do you think that these times that resonate with this description actually helped you write more Rasmus-y music?
Yeah, definitely. It was adding a layer of melancholy on it. Because already before the Corona, my concept for the album was loneliness. You know, I started with that. So, and then all of a sudden, everybody in the world is lonely because we're all separate. It's like, I was like, oh man, that was an omen. You know, I was already working on this concept, and then this happened. Like, it was like weird, but like I said, it was also then a good time to dig deep into myself. I spent a lot of time with my thoughts, sometimes too much. I was like, I think I was a little bit losing it too, but it was interesting to kind of dig deep and like go through my life and think about things like karma, for example, like what have I done in this life? What kind of effect that had on other people? How is it gonna affect the future? And you know, and that actually became the idea for the song Bones, which is the first single. It's about karma. And you know, I think every song on the album we did has a very special meaning. You know, they're not just like some songs, you know, some random stories. And like, I really felt like I must do this song. I have to put these thoughts in this piece, and like, it felt like meaningful. So maybe the fact that we don't do albums each year, they become better because we spend a little bit more time like living life and then collecting those stories and putting them there, you know. And we always write like, you know, 100 songs and then we pick 10. We try to make albums that are good all the way from start to the end.
Yeah, well, I completely get it. I think that you'll have like more life to pour into your music. So now that you mentioned Bones, it's something that really I found it really interesting, like specifically the lyrics, because I think the overall sound of the song is like really what you would expect from the Rasmus. I mean, you have never been scared or like you've never put limitation into your creative process when it comes to involving new elements into your sound. But when it comes to the lyrics, specifically in Bones, like for example, on the first verse, you are pouring this situation like the end is written and everything is going to shit, and we can relate to that. And then when you come to the chorus, you sing, and every time you kiss me, my heart turns into stone. So when we were expecting like this twist into like something more positive, you remain into the darkness. So what were you trying to say specifically in making this switch from verse to chorus? I don't know if you understand what I mean, but I think that when you start the chorus by saying and or but, you expect something different, and then you don't get it, and it's like way more interesting for me.
Okay, wow, you really listened to the song. I'm happy to hear. Well, I usually don't want to explain too much about the songs because that sort of makes it very plain. But like, there's a lot of personal stories or like situations in that song that I've lived, and they can be different. You know, it's not all about kissing or, you know, cheating or something like that.
Yeah.
But it can be different things. It can be something between your parents or, you know, like, so, but it's just in this, it just came out in this form. So I was like thinking of karma from different perspectives, and that's what came out.
That's great. And now returning a little bit to talk about Mexico, I know that, as we have already said, you played your last show before the pandemic shutdown here in Mexico City. So what can you tell us about that experience? And I know that they are like super, super intense. They are like the fans from hell for the Rasmus, and that doesn't happen very often for a lot of bands. And you guys coming from a very distant place and a very different place from Mexico, what does that mean for you? And 25 years later.
Yeah, well, first of all, ever since we came to Mexico, I think 2003, something like that.
Yeah.
I remember some faces, some people I met then, we played in the Salon 21, this like a smaller venue.
That venue doesn't even exist.
I know. But I remember that it got stuck in my head, and I remember some people, and I still recognize them. They come, they're still waiting at the airport, or they come to the hotel when we come over. It's like, wow. That's so amazing. Like, people have dedicated like 20 years of their lives for our band, and I so much respect that. It's wonderful. I think we have a special relation to Mexico anyway. Like, most of our followers from Instagram are from Mexico, and it's we've even had the same people working for us, like it's like a family kind of thing. It's always a nice, like a homecoming feeling when we come to Mexico. And there's they know us already, the people who work in the team. They're like, okay, do you want to go to this place to have this ceviche and these tacos? And I can't wait to get back there. It's always amazing. And we usually spend a little bit extra time there because especially for the Finnish the guys who live here, it's a long journey. So it's nice to have a little vacation too, like hang out and, go see some sights and chill at the pool, or, go to the pyramids, whatever.
So this special relationship is mutual, actually. So what would you say, at least personally, that you are most in love with Mexico?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I think in general, it's the feeling, like, the people are so like welcoming, and it's always, it comes as a little bit of a shock every time, like, people want to kiss and hug, give besos and stuff. I don't know now with the corona, can you even do that?
It's been a struggle because it's in our nature. So
I want to kiss you so bad, but I can't.
Yeah, it's always awkward because we would hang out and ask each other, like, is it okay if I say hi? Is it okay, like, from the distance? So it's been hard. I get what you say.
Yeah. I
Sorry,
know.
it's bones.
Even in Finland, like, we don't kiss each other like when we meet, but like, now everybody's like, should I do this or that? Like that sucks, man. Like, but,
so it's the warmth that you value the most out of your Mexican fans.
Yeah, and the devotion. It feels incredible to see these people to grow up with us. It's a beautiful thing every time. And people have got kids, and like, I know so many of them already, and like, I think it's quite special. Yeah.
And now their kids would become the Rasmus fans also.
That's my plan.
Yes, yeah. Okay, now talking about Finland, you mentioned that you are back in Finland right now, and I think the Finland rock scene has always been super interesting for me. I grew up listening to bands such as you guys, such as him. You can think about myself in 2003, like, going all over the place with my black beanie and if it weren't from my mother prohibition, I would go all over the place with my black feathers in my black beanie. So I grew up listening to Finland bands, but nowadays you have a band such as Blind Channel, which participated recently in Eurovision. So what do you see about this new generation of bands, like coming from all over Europe, not necessarily Finland, but I get it that you are closer to rock and alternative music than we Latin are. Like, at least nowadays, we don't hear a lot of new rock proposals on the radio here, at least in Latin America, except for Ruido Blanco, which is the radio station where we only play rock music and alternative music like 24/7. But there are not a lot of spaces. And now when you turn your eyes and see Eurovision, you hear a lot of rock coming from Europe. So what do you think about that new generation, and where do you see fitting that new scene as a senior band?
Well, first of all, I'm super proud of my boys from Finland, Blind Channel. I talked to the guys a couple of times after this, and I'm so happy for them for this thing. And actually, I have this YouTube channel where I make covers of songs that have been important to me or inspired me. And actually, I just made a cover from their song, and they are featuring on it. So it's coming out on Sunday on my channel.
Nice.
So, is
it a bedroom? Is it a bedroom session?
Yeah, it's a bedroom session. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's a new thing. We just put it out now, so it's actually coming out on Sunday, but it's there already. So the fans are already going crazy. It's pretty cool.
Nice. So I know that we don't have very much time, so I would like to close this little chat with you by saying first, thank you, and then just give us a little hint of what can we expect and what can your Mexican family expect from the next chapter of the Rasmus.
Well, yes, we've been working a lot here now since the whole band is here in the same country for once. And we've been filming music videos, photos, everything, Rasmus every day. So we have a lot of stuff coming. So keep your eyes open and ears open. Yeah, for new stuff coming.
Nice. So finally, would you do us the honor of saying hi to Ruido Blanco? I know that you've already sent us a quick hi, but could you say hi to all ruidosos and ruidosas in Ruido Blanco?
Ruidosos and ruidosas. Ruidosos and ruidosas.
Ruidosos and ruidosas. And then the name of the radio station is Ruido Blanco. So that's a challenge.
Hi, this is Lauri from the Rasmus. Hi to all the ruidosas and ruidosas. And you are listening to Ruido Blanco.
That's perfect, man. Thank you very much. It was really a pleasure having this opportunity of talking to you. So I wish you nothing but the best for the next chapter for the Rasmus. And we've been expecting you, even if you played your last show in Mexico City, since you left. So we've been here eagerly awaiting for the next chapter of the Rasmus coming to Mexico.
Thanks so much. Have a great day, man.
Same to you. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you.